It is spoiler time. Let's discuss Dragon Ball Super spoilers, covering Dragon Ball Super episodes 107 to 109, which is going to be the remaining episodes for the month of September. And they're going to go right into the Dragon Ball Super 1 hour autumn special, which is going to be airing the second week of October. The first week of October, there will not be a Dragon Ball Super because they're going to be having the One Piece 1 hour special. And then we have an hour of Dragon Ball Super the following week. These episodes are going to go right into that. So, again, careful for spoilers here. I have the thing up, so you guys are warned. I'll give you a couple minutes to go away if you don't want to know anything. We have a lot of different battles going on and a lot of very interesting things going on in the Tournament of Power. So, here we go. These are from Yonko Productions directly, and he got them he got them from the source that he's been getting the same spoilers from the past couple of months. The same exact source from Japan put these out. I double checked with him and I said, we don't have any scans yet. How sure are you? He said 95% sure, and I do trust Yonko. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with this. And it's the same guy who's been putting out the scans, so we should have the actual scans shortly. All right, Dragon Ball Super episode 107. This is the one that's going to be airing not this weekend because we're off this weekend, the following weekend. Revenge F, the cunning trap is set. Now, this episode, of course, it's interesting because we already have the next episode preview for this episode, and there's been a lot of talk about whether or not Frost will be doing the Mafuba or reversing the Mafuba. Let's go ahead and get right into what this says. Not too much information, but we should have more on this in the future. Probably in a few days. So it says here, Kaioshin Fuwa has given Frost orders to take down the warriors of the 7th universe. Kaioshin Fuwa, of course, is the Universe 6 Supreme Kai. The little green guy with the sprout haircut, that's him. It says here, with the victory of the 6 universes, Frost's depths will be annulled. So I guess the story is that Frost has some kind of heat with the Kais, which kind of makes sense considering his betrayal the last tournament and the fact that he's a fugitive. So maybe the whole idea is that Fu was going to let this dude go. Like, if you do good in this tournament, we'll forgive you of your sins. Sort of like the Suicide Squad type thing. Do good for us and we'll do something for you. So it says here, Frost accepts on the condition that he would be given financial assistance to start over his business. So I love that concept. I love it. I love the fact that it's Shady Frost, the businessman. Those of you longtime Dragon Ball fans, you know that Frieza is Toriyama based Frieza on the land sharks. In Japan, the people who would kind of sell you land or property, and then they would swindle you. That's kind of where one of the things that inspired the character of Frieza. Frost is the same way, except Frost seems to be an even more shady businessman. So it says here, he immediately sets on his next target, Master Roshi. So again, we knew that from the next episode preview. We also see some battles between Maji Kaio and the Pride Troopers. I've already covered that previously. I will link to that video at the end of this one for you guys to check out. The next episode preview, which we broke it down. I didn't know much about this, though, about like the actual reason why Frost is going to be helping out. But it's interesting, though. It's interesting, but also I wonder where has he been. Now, episode 108 looks to be a spicy one, all right? Episode 108 of Dragon Ball Super says, Frieza and Frost, their ill will meets. Frieza looks into his next opponent. Doesn't say who it is. Meanwhile, Gohan is forced to a tough fight with Jimizu. For those who don't remember, Jimizu is the Universe 2 Yardrat, or the Yardrat from Team Universe 2, who can do the instantaneous movement. How is Gohan going to get around that technique? Well, maybe his dad will show him how to get around it. Maybe he'll show it to him for once. I don't think so, but we'll see. I feel like if Gohan knew the instantaneous movement, he would have done it already. But it's going to be interesting to see Gohan go against this guy and just to see how strong he actually is. Now, moving forward, it says here, Frieza grins as he watches Gohan being tormented, which tells me that Jimizu is going to have the advantage during a lot of this fight, while everyone from the 7th universe watches Frieza with suspicions of betrayal. There's not much here as far as what Frieza actually does. There's not much here, but finally, we have been waiting for an episode about Frieza, and I've been saying, I'm like, yo, be patient, it's going to come, so here it is. But it says here, Frieza and Frost, their ill will meets, and it doesn't say anything in this little recap here, or this preview or whatever, the leak. It's not really a leak. It's more of a magazine article thing. It doesn't say anything about what they're going to do, but the question is, Are they going to form an alliance? And if they do, will one of them betray the other? I may do a video on that in the very near future, so look forward to that very soon here on Geekdom 101. Now, episode 109. This is the last episode of the month. And supposedly, in the preview, the next episode preview for this episode, we're going to get a look at Goku's new transformation for the first time, whatever that may be. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Episode 109, strongest enemy approaches Goku. Fire it now, sure kill Spirit Bomb. Now it says Spirit Bomb. They translated it from the original Japanese, which is Genki Dama, which means life energy ball. They did not call it that. They called it Spirit Bomb, probably because they knew this was going to be aimed at, you know, the fans that grew up on the dub, and I'm sure it's going to be called a Spirit Bomb in the anime, but it doesn't actually say Goku uses the Spirit Bomb. I'm very curious about what that actually means, if it literally means that Goku's going to use it, or if he's thinking about it, or what. But it says here, while Gohan struggles in his match, the battle between Son Goku and Ribrianne continues. So Goku will be fighting Ribrianne. I knew they were going to bring her back for a fight. I didn't think it would be against Goku. I was wondering if the Vegeta thing was going to happen. And by the way, no mention whatsoever of Vegeta in these spoilers. Nothing about Vegeta at all. I feel like they would have probably told us he gets eliminated, but then again, they don't always do that. So we don't know what Vegeta's future is as of right now, but I do expect more leaks to come this week. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe, punch the bell, because YouTube is being wonky lately, and you'll get the update. So let's get back to it here. Seeking to become humanity's beloved goddess by winning the Tournament of Power, of course, the humanity of Universe 2. Ribrianne went all out in her attack against Goku. So I guess, now this is the part where I'm going to guess. Goku's going to use Spirit Bomb on her? I don't know. I just find it weird that Goku's going to be able to gather energy for the Genki Dama in that little ring. Like, how strong will it actually be? I guess we'll see. And how can Goku really even gather up the energy? How does he even have time to do it? You know, unless he's figured out a way to gather up the energy faster. I guess we'll find out. I'm not looking too deeply into the Spirit Bomb thing. I'm just not going to look too deeply into it because I'm not sure where it's actually going to go. Like, I don't know what it actually means, you know what I mean, how he can do it, but I'm sure we'll find out in the coming weeks. Moving on here, it says, in the midst of it all, Jiren of the 11th universe is finally releasing his conserved energy in front of Goku. So it looks like that translates to me as Jiren's going to power up. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. With his almost unimaginably massive amounts of ki, Jiren begins to overwhelm Goku as well as the other warriors. So the Jiren versus Goku fight looks like it's going to begin in this episode. It looks like the actual fight will start in this episode, because otherwise, why would they say Jiren begins to overwhelm Goku? Unless it's one of those things where Jiren just unleashes some kind of energy and Goku's like stunned by it. We did hear that the special coming up next month, if you've been keeping up with the spoilers, you know that it's going to showcase the beginning of the Goku Jiren fight. And it seems to me like Jiren's probably going to power up and throw out some dudes, but it seems to me like Goku and Jiren are going to be fighting while other people are still in the tournament. Again, I don't believe there will be 35 eliminations or 30 eliminations or whatever in 3 weeks. I think we'll see some eliminations, but it looks like Goku and Jiren, when their fight begins, are not going to be the last two guys fighting. Looks like they're either going to start their fight and then pause it and do some other stuff, or they're going to start their fight while other people are still fighting. So, like I said before, I said it a while back, you know, Goku and Jiren may not even be the real main event of the arc, and also Goku and Jiren might not even be the deciding fight. Like, it might not be the actual fight that determines the winner. It could, you know, Goku and Jiren could, for all intents and purposes, double eliminate themselves, you know, and then what? And then it could be Gohan that gets the W. It could be anybody, really. It could be Frieza. I mean, what a insane, you know, turn of events would it be if Frieza is the one that actually gets the win? Nothing here about Jiren fighting Frieza at all. So, interesting spoilers. It looks like that we're going to get some stuff coming up soon. They're giving us the Goku versus Jiren fight, Goku versus Ribrianne, Frost, Frieza. So the characters are really getting involved here. Not too much on the Piccolo and Vegeta front, but, I mean, what can you do? Again, I do expect more information to come out in the next few days, so stay tuned, and of course check out some of the other content that we have here on the channel, including a video I did yesterday with Super Mecha Frieza about whether or not Zeno will allow killing in the Tournament of Power. It could be possible that's going to be the big ending where Zeno says, you know what? Screw the rules. Let's allow flying. Let's allow killing. Because he can make changes whenever he wants. Remember that. He can change. He already changed it, so he allowed Roshi to use the containment vial, the jar, so he can do whatever he wants. Check that video out. I got a few other videos for you to check out. And thank you, as always, for your continued support of the channel. It means so much to me. I love you guys, and I got more to come in the future. Just stay tuned. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.